some stuff happening on the horizon, and it's going to be a pretty intense week ahead, as we could say. We do have the potential for some snowfall in the area, as well as a big drop in temperatures. Before we get to that, let's all enjoy these 40s this morning. 48 here for Tulsa. I stepped out with my coat this morning. I went right back in, took it off, and grabbed my jacket because it was too heavy. I'll tell you that because those temperatures this morning, not needing that heavy coat by any means. Feeling a few degrees off that actual temperature, but nothing bad this morning. We are tracking increased opportunity for that light precipitation, and we will see that increased opportunity as we go throughout the later part of the morning into the afternoon. It's all ahead of a passing cold front that will change this rain over into some snowfall potential, some of which could be accumulating, but not for everyone. We'll talk about where coming up here in the full forecast. But for now, Saturday's cold front, that's the story. We are tracking that transition happening later on tonight, as well as snow chances again next week, a better opportunity, and some potential for record-breaking cold. Julie, we know that February is full of surprises, but I think it's a surprise that we don't want it. We just don't want it.
Annie, thank you.
Just showed you too. We will start to see those stairs stepping out. Already cueing me off.
They're playing you off, sister.
They're like, you're done. Get out of here. Get the pregnant girl out of here. We're done.
Never.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Never. Never.
Hey, we've got a busy week ahead. I'll just tell you that, Julie. And actually a busy weekend in store too. 24-hour temperature change. Here's what we're looking at. I mean, temperatures looking good. We're 23 degrees warmer up in Bartlesville than we were this time yesterday. 18 degrees warmer in Okmulgee. 17 degrees warmer in Muskogee, 19 over to Pryor. Things are feeling pretty good out there. At this time, those actual temperature readings in those upper 40s, even some lower 50s on the map. And we'll continue to stay right in those upper 40s, potentially some lower 50s. I'm not going to rule that out here within the next few hours. But what's knocking on our door right now? It's a passing cold front, and this is one of a few that will be headed our way over the next several days. So brace yourselves. Winter is coming in, and it's coming in strong. As we do look for the day today, those light rain showers we're dealing with will start to transition. We could see a little wintry mix as that colder air starts to take over. I mean, the panhandle right now is sitting at freezing, so this cold air will be with us. It's just going to take a little time. 48, get out there and get your errands done. That's all I could say. South winds about 9 miles per hour. We had a high yesterday of 50. I think this afternoon, early afternoon, we'll hit a high of 52. Rain with a little wintry mix late. South winds initially, then north 10 to 20 miles per hour. Notice that transition will happen later on today. Rain so far this month. Julie and I have been talking about this too. February is known to have just about everything. We had one day of 80-degree temperatures. We've had some snowfall, we've had some rain, we've had wind, so we've had just about everything. So as we go into this next week, we'll start to see better opportunities to add some rainfall, but more so in the snow category. So my snow lovers, you're going to love this. I know a lot of people, too, I've talked to around town, they're getting out of town because they know it's ahead, Julie, and I think that that's pretty smart. Let's talk about what we're looking at in terms of rainfall for today. Maybe a 1/10 of an inch, but it's going to be a stretch. The bigger story will be some snowfall. And again, I upped this from what we were seeing even last night, from dusting to maybe less than an inch of snowfall for those areas shaded in that blue is what we're looking at for later on tonight. Now, I don't want this to be catching anybody off guard because we really haven't talked too much about it. We've been kind of highlighting what's ahead for the work week. But for tonight, we could see about an inch of snowfall. And I'm going to show you how we're going to get there on this map. So temperatures remaining warm enough at right about noon, close to noon, for that rain to enter our location. Notice those sharp northerly winds behind that rain. And that's what we're really going to watch. So as we still have that precipitation in the area, we could see a little wintry mix. Wouldn't be surprised if you might hear some sleet outside for a brief second or two before we see that transition over into that snowfall continuing to drop southward. Latest model is a little bit more aggressive around the Grand Lake area, so I'm going to be watching this very closely. Of course, meteorologist Brandon Woolley will be in later as well. 52 will be arriving into the forecast. There's a 60% chance. Sunday to Monday, we stay dry, but we are seeing increased opportunities by Tuesday for snowfall potential. We've been seeing that for several days now, and those chances continue to increase. So the likelihood of us getting that impactful snowfall in the area still are there. Here's where we're at. I'm going to walk you through everything that I'm seeing at this point. We are 3 to 5 days out. Yesterday was 5 to 7, so now we're getting closer. This is a time frame when we start timing things out, precipitation type, And location, we're starting to see some of those additional elements that we need. So forecast details will be coming that 1 to 3 days. So that should be coming in by tomorrow. As we're looking at that snowfall confidence, I'm in agreement with what Chief Meteorologist Michael Sager is looking at this. I do think the higher confidence for impactful snowfall will be north of us. Still looking at impactful snowfall here for Tulsa. Those chances will be a little bit lower further south, but we will all be getting in on some type of precipitation on Tuesday. I want to show you first model. We have two models that I'm really kind of honing in on. There's a little bit more of a long range model. This puts us in a little wintry mix zone. I'm not seeing too much confidence in this because I do believe our temperatures where they will be at will be capable of producing snowfall rather than that wintry mix. That's what we're looking at. But I just want to show you the variation. And then this is likely to move out of here by late Tuesday into early Wednesday. Behind that, we have some bitter cold air that will be with us. Model number 2, here's what it's showing on here. This is going to be our 15K run. So it's showing a little wintry mix initially. Again, I'm really having a hard time wrapping my head around that wintry mix because of our temperatures. But notice that snowfall a little bit more aggressive in terms of what we're looking at with the second model run. So again, we're paying close attention on all of this, and we're going to bring it together once we start seeing these lining up a little bit more. But this is just part of what we're doing and part of what we're seeing at this time. So confidence still looks higher to the north, a little bit less to the south. What we do know is that these temperatures behind this will be drastically cold. We're talking dangerously cold temperatures in the forecast. Today, we're sitting at 40s right now, which is feeling pretty good. Tomorrow, you'll notice a little bit of a chill in the air as we do struggle to get to 35. By Monday, we go up to 44 before we just see that Arctic blast arriving. By Tuesday, on top of that, we'll have snowpack on the grounds, likely to not go anywhere anytime soon, but that's going to also be equated into those temperatures in the coming days. So something that still could fluctuate these even lower than what you're seeing. High temperatures on Wednesday of 12 degrees. Folks, this is dangerously cold weather. We're talking about the pipe bursting conditions in the area. As we do look towards those temperatures right now, enjoy it. Again, while we have it, we're sitting at 48 here for Tulsa. As we go through the next several hours, we'll see a drop in those temperatures as that first cold front arrives, and that will be bringing in some light rain followed by a little snow as it departs. Wind, as we do see for right now, seeing some gusts 14 miles per hour, 20 over towards Stillwater. Julia, shot still hard to see out there. Those wind gusts will be picking up as we head into the remainder of the day today. Those temperatures in the extended planner, again, those overnight temperatures about 20 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday. And that is some welcome news. In fact, our temperatures are rivaling some high temperatures we would have loved to have had last week. Let's talk about these temperatures right now. 48 here for Tulsa, 50 to Stillwater, Bristow, down to 50 in McAllister, 50 over to Stigler. So generally sitting in those upper 40s, lower 50s at this time. We might climb another degree or two before things start to come crashing down. We have a cold front situated right now. You can see it is getting closer to the Oklahoma City area, and it's extending all the way back down towards the Red River, back towards the Panhandle right now, where temperatures are sitting right around freezing. So this is inching closer towards our location. It's not going to get here until about noon. We'll start to notice those impacts here locally for Tulsa. So temperatures ahead of that are enjoyable. 48 here for Tulsa right now. Southwesterly winds 6 miles per hour. Kind of looks a little gloomy out there right now, and looks a little damp as well, as we are tracking some light rain showers ahead of that cold front. We're going to keep those rain chances in with a better opportunity as that cold front inches closer. Look at this. Our temperatures go up to 52. And as I mentioned earlier, we drop all the way down to about 36 by 6 p.m. That's a huge temperature swing in a short amount of time. Wintry mix is also potentially with us later on tonight by about 6, 7 o'clock. It's not going to be an all evening event. We'll get it out of here, but it could do enough just to leave a light dusting on the area surfaces, as well as a little bit of accumulation in some spots. I'll let you know where I'm seeing this, but for now, let's talk about what we've seen for February so far. 1/2 inch of rainfall, 2/10 of an inch of snowfall. So what we're looking at would be closer to about maybe 1/10 of an inch if we're lucky enough. Best opportunity for that rainfall would be to the southeasternmost counties. What I'm seeing now in terms of snowfall, I went ahead and upped this from a dusting to less than an inch for those areas shaded into that blue. And I'm going to play it out for you what we're looking at for tonight. Again, this is not going to be an overnight event into tomorrow. It's just going to be a short window tonight as our temperatures drop and this cold front departs. Let's walk you through this hour by hour. We're going to sit in those 40s, maybe 50s as those southerly winds kick up a little bit ahead of that cold front. 47 here in the Tulsa Metro by about 11, 12 o'clock. And we're going to continue to see those temperatures tumbling. As they do start to tumble, that's when we see that transition happening. We're looking at 6, 7 o'clock for some snowfall here in the Tulsa Metro. Julie and I are talking about it too. If you're going out for a Valentine's Day dinner tonight, you definitely want to make sure that you are paying attention to the area roadways as well, because it's going to become pretty quick with enough. Even a light glazing can make those areas slick. 31 as you head into the evening hours, so 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It'll be out of here by that time here in the Tulsa Metro. Might take a little bit longer further to the east. Temperatures will fall through the overnight all the way down to 19. 52, I did the arrow down because we're going to hit that early. I don't want you to think we're going to go into the afternoon with temperatures going to 52. 52 is going to happen about noon, and we're going to fall from there. As we do look toward 48, but we're starting to see already some signs of temperatures right around freezing over in the Panhandle at this time. 49 down to Dallas, 64 to Houston, 51 right now towards Memphis. We do have some showers in the area, colder air back to the north, indicating where that snowfall is situated, and that's going to try to make a run towards our location as we head into the later part of the afternoon and evening. So yes, some transition from rain to snow likely to develop. I also want to point out it's a pretty potent cold front. It's going to drop our temperatures off quite a bit. It's also going to create some concern for some severe weather potential further to the south. It's not in our location, thankfully, but it is just down to the south around the Minneapolis area and extending down towards. But those are your two right there.
There's no sea, no snow. We just don't want to see any more of it.
Right.
You know, and it's funny, you mentioned on your page your viewers were kind of split. That's kind of